From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. A standoff in a Carbon County community started early this morning. A man barricaded himself inside a home for hours in Summit Hill. The standoff just came to an end before noon. Police brought the man out of the home safely on East Richard Street in the borough. They had been on the scene for about 8 hours trying to secure the area. While police were trying to get the man to come out of the home safely, they fired tear gas into the house and tried to speak to him over a loudspeaker. Neighbors say the man has a history of mental illness and that this has happened before in the last several years. There's no word on charges being filed, according to police, but the same type of standoff happened in the same area back in 2012. The man identified as 41-year-old Fred Evans. Gunshots heard in the city of Hazleton Tuesday night. According to Police Chief Jerry Speziale, officers were called to the area of the Pine Street Playground and 2nd and Locust Streets sometime before 9 o'clock. The chief said all the incidents were unfounded. Police later Tuesday night were called to the 600 block of Alter Street for shots fired and found a man coming out of a building at that address with a handgun and fired 3 shots into a fence at the rear of the building. No one was injured in that incident. Speziale said Hazleton police will conduct saturation patrols tonight and through the weekend as part of Operation Pressure Point. This morning, East Union Township Police, along with State Police CERT Team, ATF, and Schuylkill County Drug Task Force, served a search warrant on Center Street in Shepton. East Union Township Police had 3 active felony arrest warrants for 28-year-old Brian Feduri Jr. of Shepton. Feduri was charged by police for 3 different occasions of felony delivery of marijuana and methamphetamine and taken to the Schuylkill County Prison. He now faces additional charges from the search warrant, including numerous felony drug and firearms-related charges. Police also arrested 27-year-old Courtney Moran on charges of possession of controlled substances and drug paraphernalia as a result of the search warrant. Numerous other arrests will be conducted due to the investigation, according to police. A man that's already in jail on other charges was charged with an armed robbery in the city of Nanticoke at a convenience store back in July. 21-year-old Charles Wheats of Pittston Township was arraigned Tuesday on charges of robbery, theft, and criminal conspiracy. Police alleged he and a juvenile male robbed the Cocoa Hut on East Main Street at gunpoint July 26th. Police identified Wheats as a suspect based on store surveillance footage. Wheats admitted he committed the robbery, telling police it just happened. Wheats remains jailed in lieu of bail pending a preliminary hearing set for next week. Police in Hanover Township are searching for a man who allegedly robbed another man at gunpoint early Tuesday morning. That happened in the Lee Park section of Hanover Township. According to police there, it happened around 4:30 Tuesday morning in a wooded area off Wyoming Street. The victim telling officers a man held him at gunpoint and demanded his personal property, then fled the area on foot. The suspect, described as a Hispanic male in his mid-20s, wearing a white hooded sweatshirt. Anyone with information is asked to contact Hanover Township Police at 570-825-1254. At Tuesday night's Hazleton City Council meeting, Council approved an application for an emergency loan from the state, a measure that will keep the city on track to meet payroll. WYLN's Maria Cinti has more on the story.
Just last week, the city of Hazleton was declared as a financially distressed municipality under State Act 47. And just days later, City Council has approved an application for an immediate emergency loan from the state.
This is the first step on trying to get the finances to go along with it.
The state will now grant Hazleton an $850,000 emergency loan at 0% interest. The city will pay it back over a 10-year period. Cassatt says it's what the city needs to fill the budget gap from last year.
Like we've been saying since early November when the budget was passed, that the budget was, I felt, $815,000 to $850,000 short, which we are.
You have a considerable amount of money that still needs to be paid, that isn't being paid at the moment.
Marita Kelly of the Governor's Center for Local Government Services says the loan is necessary with the city's economic state. City Council President Jack Mundy agrees. He says the emergency loan ensures the city will meet payroll.
We didn't want to see the workers of Hazleton go without a paycheck, so we approved the $850,000 based on what Marita Kelly, the deputy director, told us that the city was probably going to need that.
It's among several grants and loans the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development will likely offer Hazleton through Act 47.
We're going to take advantage of some of the programs. They have grants, they have no-interest loans, and that's going to help the city, and hopefully we'll get the city back on its track.
The Pennsylvania DCED will eventually choose and oversee a recovery team of about 20 individuals, including financial experts, that will work on getting the city's finances in order.
They will send in a team of employees and professionals to come in and go through what we have and see what is needed.
City Council members like Mundy have been against Act 47 from the start, but Mundy says they will work with the state for the benefit of the city.
I think Act 47 brings a host of other programs that we are eligible for that can help the city, and hopefully, we could be in and out of it like Altoona in 5 years. That's what I'd like to see.
In Hazleton, for Wyln News, I'm Maria Sinti.
The Hazleton City Pension Board held a meeting this afternoon at City Hall. It discussed various issues such as whether or not to pay overtime calculated into police pensions. The board considered approving a pension for longtime city police officer Scott Nicholas. The vote tabled because two actuaries presented conflicting numbers regarding how much money would be added to the pension fund if overtime pay is included.
The overtime pay that they pay now, the police, they don't pay a percentage of that into their pension. They pay it on their base pay, and that's how their pension was based. And there's been some conflict about difference of opinion of what a pension should be.
According to the city's actuary, if overtime is included in the police pension, it would be an additional $466,000 on top of the $3.8 million. This would require a 12 to 15% tax increase for Hazleton taxpayers.
They're just skyrocketing, and they're hurting everyone. And it's just a burden. Sooner or later, it's just going to explode, and cities and counties and school districts can't afford it.
The board voted to appoint Alice Keegan as reporting secretary of the board. They also established a regular meeting schedule. Members voted to hold a meeting at City Hall the third Wednesday of every month at 2 o'clock. Coming up on Wyln News, Governor Wolf on tour in Jim Thorpe today. Plus, the state's credit rating dropped again. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the Wyln Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
Finally, a car buying experience where it's quick, transparent, and you're set for life. At Hazleton Honda, every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, lifetime state inspections, and Sunday express service. A gigantic selection to choose from, always amazing prices, courteous and expert sales staff, convenient store hours. Discover the joy of buying at Hazleton Honda, where you are set for life.
It's time for the 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair, September 23rd through the 30th. Enjoy electrifying performances from some of the biggest names in country music. Martina McBride with Jody Messina, Dustin Lynch with William Michael Morgan, and the band Alabama. Plus tractor and truck pulls, figure 8 race with rollover, horse pulling, and the championship demolition derby. Tickets for the Toyota Grandstand shows on sale now. The 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair. For more info, go to bloomsburgfair.com or call 570-387-4145.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Today, Governor Tom Wolf kicked off a series of visits to 14 counties in northern Pennsylvania with stops in Jim Thorpe, Tunkhannock, Montrose, and Dewshore. The governor's first stop was Jim Thorpe. There he toured the D&L pedestrian bridge, Assapacker Mansion, and several downtown businesses.
I really want to hear what the key issues are for people across the northern tier, and starting right here, what are these, aside from Route 209, and what should we be doing differently in Harrisburg to make sure that we're doing everything for the folks here that we need to do. Jim Thorpe is such a beautiful town. I wanted to see it, and it's really neat to be up in the mountains, and I really wanted to start here. So this is the first stop of my 4-day tour across northern Pennsylvania.
The governor said meeting people and talking to them about issues they want to see tackled in Harrisburg is important to him. After Jim Thorpe, the governor off to Tunkhannock. Speaking of Harrisburg, according to a new report, Pennsylvania's credit rating is down. The credit rating agency Standard & Poor's today lowered its rating on Pennsylvania's debt. That's the second downgrade that it's given to Pennsylvania in 3 years, as budget makers have struggled to pull the state out of a stubborn post-recession deficit. It's also another slap in the face to Governor Wolf and the Republican-controlled legislature. The downgrade means Pennsylvania will pay more to borrow money, potentially tens of millions of dollars a year. The House and Senate are divided over whether to raise taxes as lawmakers look to borrow $1 billion or more to help bail the state out of a $2.2 billion projected deficit. Wilkes-Barre City's fire chief providing insight to a Senate committee on the Hill in Washington, D.C. today. Fire Chief Jay Delaney among the witnesses testifying at a Senate Aging Committee hearing following Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. It was during the flood of 2011 that the chief oversaw the safe evacuation of 15,000 people in 10 hours. He created the successful evacuation by having an evacuation plan in advance and the cooperation to carry it out. U.S. Senator Bob Casey is on the committee examining policies and procedures to ensure the health and safety of older Americans when they need to be relocated in an emergency. 2 more fire companies in Schuylkill County could be merging into one. Rush Township supervisors brought together officers from the Hometown and Quakeake fire companies to talk about consolidating the two. Supervisors say Quakeake firefighters haven't been responding to calls as they should have been, and fire company officials say it's getting hard to find volunteers. Supervisors say they just want to make sure that residents have the best possible fire coverage. Township supervisors say they're considering stopping funding to Quakeake as of January 1st. The supervisors say they would like to meet again with the fire companies next month. The Board of Supervisors holds its regularly scheduled meeting 7 p.m. on Thursday, but the subject is not expected to be discussed. Coming up on Pond Hill's News Choice, we have Community and You, where we will be taking you to the gym. But first, let's take a look at today's winning Midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
right. You're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. Two great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Frackville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Get red-hot prices on furniture and mattresses during Grand Central's summer clearance sale. We have a huge selection of Lazy Boy recliners. Choose any of these Lazy Boy recliners in 30 different colors at only $3.99. Get a Catnap or Patriot Power Lift chair in any of 4 colors for only $5.99. England sofas in 4 styles and 20 colors are also only $5.99. Sealy mattress sets start at only $2.99. And you can get free delivery and up to 60 months free financing on your new Sealy mattress. Everything to make your house a home. Grand Central, downtown Hazleton, and at the Laurel Mall.
Welcome to Community and You, and today we are going to get fit. And they put me in the middle because I'm the unfit one here. With me is Jennifer and Janet, and first of all, Jennifer, tell us where we are and what you have that brought us here.
We are at the Health and Wellness Center at Hazleton, and I am teaching body pump currently here along with other classes, and we are here to talk about body pump and a couple of our other classes that we offer.
That's Jennifer Valente. Now we're going to meet Janet Brown. Now you have other classes before we get into the body pump?
Yes, we have cardio classes, strengthening classes, a lot of fun ones that everyone can try out.
I like how she says fun ones when it comes to exercise. That is very important. But first, Jennifer, you're on the hot seat now. What exactly is body pump?
Body pump is a full body workout using the rep effect that gives you the benefits of resistance exercises with little weight and pretty much shapes and tones your entire body. And you also have a cardiovascular benefit as well. And it's also to good music, so it's very fun.
So if we're doing this and we're moving, we're going up, down, can you give us a little bit of a description about what we would be doing?
Sure. It involves weights or body weight, depending on what level you're at. It's basically okay for any level of fitness. Each song is based on a different body part, and there are about 70 to 100 reps in each track. So we will be moving for the entire hour, but there are pauses in between, and your heart rate goes up, and it's just great for building muscle and strengthening and toning your body.
All right. Janet, how is this a little bit different from maybe some of the other classes? You mentioned cardio. How is it a little bit different than that?
Well, the classes that we do have, we have cycling, dance, piloxing, plyo, so it's all different. Instead of just strictly strength training, there's cardio, so you're dancing, moving, constantly moving the whole time.
But you're also playing music too. So let's start. I walk into the room with a lot of trepidation, and what am I going to do first?
The first thing you're going to do is probably talk to the instructor, whether it's myself or another one that's working at the time. And you're going to tell us if you have any limitations or any concerns that you have, and we try to make you feel welcome. And we set you up with your bench, your bar. We give you an idea of what we're going to do, and then we take it from there.
When you mention music, now, do you have different songs for different reps? So are these popular songs? Like, I'm assuming that the songs that Janet has are things that I would know. Are these specific body pump songs?
Yes, it's actually pre-choreographed, so I don't actually make it up. We get the whole program and we memorize it. And a lot of thought goes into the music and the choreography, so.
Wow.
Yes.
So does this mean, Janet, that I kind of have to be a little bit able to put one foot in front of the other and not fall down?
Yes, a little bit.
But it seems like you two ladies wouldn't let that happen. Is this a class or individual?
It's a class.
Oh.
Yes. So you're with everyone else, and you don't have to be afraid to come. There's a lot of goofing around. It's like a big family, all different levels. People come for the first time, and they come back, they bring friends, and there's a lot of joking in between, and it's fun all around.
But I guess I'm having because I'm not the most athletic person when it comes to these things, and probably a lot of our viewers aren't either. But you're going to keep them going for an hour?
Yes, but there are breaks in between each track, so you do have a chance to, grab a drink of water, grab a towel, change your weight based on what song, because I advise before each track what we're going to do, whether it's shoulders, legs, and I give you a weight selection, and then you do have breaks, so it's not constantly for an hour.
Now, when you're getting involved in a class, again, when you're in a cardio class, when you're in different things, you come in and they put you at your level. So how do you decide in body pump what your level might be?
Basically, the first few times you try class, if you've never done it before, you limit it to body weight and very little weight. And that's kind of your gauge. As the next time you come, you want to see how you feel, because you're going to push yourself to muscle fatigue because there are so many reps. So maybe for the first couple times you come, use the minimal weight or even just the bar sometimes.
Okay. Well, Janet, your classes, I won't tell her. Are they different than hers? Are they better, less better? What do you think?
They're all fun. And the thing too, just have fun with it. If there's anything that you can't do, you could just take a break and just enjoy it.
All right. Well, we want to thank both Jennifer and Janet for giving us a little bit of a preview of the body pump class, and you never know, maybe I'll even try it at some point in time. So I hope to see you again soon on Community and You. Let's go try it.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Jeep Celebration Event and Ram Power Days.
Boyer Insurance Agency, 78 Sugarloaf Avenue in Sugarloaf. Quality coverage, competitive rates, discounts, recreational vehicles, boats, campers, and motorcycles. Find the coverage you want at the right price. Call them at 570-788-3543. John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WYLN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
The United Way celebrated its 90th year in service to the community. It also launched its annual giving campaign. Our Julie Stefanovich has the details.
The United Way of Greater Hazleton kicked off its 2017-2018 campaign yesterday afternoon at the Catholic Social Services Family Center in Hazleton. The organization was established in 1928 for the greater good of its residents. It raises funds which provide for people in need. Now, in its 90th year, the United Way's theme is to reconnect, especially with the agencies that it supports.
This is where for the next 5 to 6 months we will be raising money to fund programs and services of 24 not-for-profit agencies in the greater Hazleton area that are part of our United Way family. Now, also during this event, during our kickoff, we're happy to and honored to be receiving 3 grants from area organizations. 2 of the grants will go towards educational materials for every child born in Hazleton. a $15,000 grant from PPL Electric to help fund our Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and also a $7,500 grant from PNC Bank to our Dolly Parton Library, which is our attempt to give every child that is born at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, an age-appropriate book for the next 5 years.
The third grant will help with educating young people on the opioid crisis, which is seen throughout the state.
Our friends at Geisinger Foundation are providing us with a $5,000 grant to begin an initiative with Pathway to Recovery to have an opioid abuse program educationally in our schools to tell the students about the evils of opioid abuse.
6 other agencies receive various grants funded by the American Eagle Outfitters Foundation that supports youth-oriented programs. To find out more about the United Way and its services, or to volunteer or donate, visit unitedwayhazelton.org. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Pennsylvania State Police Hazleton will be holding a community event. It's in conjunction with the Click It or Ticket campaign. Anyone who needs assistance with properly installing child safety seats can go to the Hazleton Barracks at 250 Desson Drive in West Hazleton tomorrow from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Troopers will also be conducting safety inspections of car seats, but no new seats will be provided at tomorrow's event. And a free paper shredding event takes place at the end of this month in Mountaintop. State Representative Gerald Mullery will be hosting the event in the parking lot of Crestwood High School Saturday, September 30th from 10 a.m. until noon. Residential documents such as credit card statements, income tax information, and insurance records can be brought in. Business documents will not be accepted. If you'd like more information on this upcoming shredding event in Mountaintop, you can contact Mullery's office at 570-740-7031. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
It's a kickoff classic sale at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Route 93, Hazel Township.
Lease the all-new 2018 Jeep Compass for only $197 a month. Save 20% off on new 2017 Rams in stock. Save $5,000 on any 2017 Renegade in stock.
It's the Jeep Celebration event at Ram Power Days at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Route 93, Hazel Township.
Berger family dealerships, drive with experience.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's orthopedics in action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.